and sleeves fluttering. Heard of it? I married it. You've been in a permanent state of jet lag for 20 years. Stanley, you haven't caught up to the current decade, let alone a new time zone. She's trying to adjust to California, Stanley insisted, ignoring the jab. It's a big change. Different air, different people. She's trying to adjust to living the life of a nun, Helen countered. She set the nail file down with a sharp clack. You never let her out of your sight. You're more like her jailer than her uncle. The girl is young, vibrant, and trapped in this apartment with a man who thinks Disneyland is a den of iniquity. Stanley puffed out his chest, his pride wounded. That's ridiculous. She's having a great time. Didn't I take her to the museum? Didn't I take her to the end of the pier? I even tell her every night about my experiences in the war. You call that boring? Ellen stared at him for a long beat. Ellen. Oh, sorry, Stanley. I must have drifted off just hearing you mention talking about the war. Stanley grumbled something about a lack of respect for veterans and went back to his paper. He had promised his brother he would take good care of Karen. In Stanley's lexicon, that meant protecting her from the freaks, weirdos, and perverts that he believed crawled through the streets of Los Angeles like insects. To him, every young man was a predator, a threat to the family honor he guarded so fiercely. She ought to be out dating, Helen pushed, meeting fellas her own age, having a laugh. Dating. In this city? Stanley shuddered. It's crawling with weirdos. Helen, I won't have it. Oh, I wasn't talking about your friends. Stanley, Helen quipped. Stanley ignored her, his mind already drifting to the floor above. He needed a solution. He needed a man who could take Karen out, satisfy Helen's demands for the girl's fun, but pose absolutely zero threat to her virtue. And in his mind, there was only one such man in the world. Chapter 2. The Jimmy Disaster. Upstairs in apartment 201, the air was thick with the scent of vanilla and the sound of muffled panic. Jack Tripper was hunched over the kitchen counter, a spatula in one hand and a look of intense concentration on his face. Hey, I got Jeanette's birthday cake, Jack announced, kicking the front door shut with his heel. He was carrying a white cardboard box with the reverence of an archaeologist carrying a Ming vase. Chrissy Snow looked up from where she was attempting to fold laundry, which mostly involved tangling her arms in Jeanette's sweaters. Oh, good. Where's the birthday girl? She's in the kitchen, Jack whispered, jerking his head toward the back of the apartment. Keeping an eye on the birthday dinner I'm supposed to be cooking. Who's keeping an eye on her? Suddenly, Jeanette would appeared in the doorway, drying her hands on a towel. Jack tried to slide the box behind his back, but his natural clumsiness took over. He stumbled, the box tilted dangerously, and he ended up doing a bizarre sort of tango with the air. Oh, you shouldn't sneak up like that. Jonna laughed, catching him by the elbow. You shouldn't turn around like that when I'm sneaking up. Jack countered, trying to recover his dignity. He leaned in, his blue eyes twinkling. I was gonna give you a big surprise birthday kiss. Well, why did you have to sneak up? Jana asked. What do you want me to do? Phone for an appointment. No, the moment's ruined. Jack pouted. Maybe I'll go sneak up and surprise Chrissy. It's not her birthday till January. Jana reminded him. Why wait till the last minute? I'm a man of foresight. Jack grinned. He leaned in to give Jana her celebratory peck, a small gesture of the deep, platonic but sometimes confusing affection they shared. But as their faces met, a metallic clink sounded. Jack's flamboyant polyester necktie had managed to find its way into the intricate links of the gold chain around Jeanette's neck. Oh, gee, we're stuck, Jack muttered, his nose inches from hers. Jack, be careful. Jeanette gasped, her hands flying to her neck. It's very special. Why? Your grandmother gave it to you. Jack asked, struggling with the clasp while trying not to choke. No, it used to have a beautiful cameo hanging from it, Jana said, her voice dropping to a sad whisper. But I hawked it. About 3 months ago. We needed rent money. Jack, remember, the room went quiet. The struggle to survive in Santa Monica was the silent fourth roommate in their apartment. Jack felt a sudden, sharp pang of guilt. Here he was, the man of the house, and his roommate was hawking family heirlooms to keep the lights on. He finally managed to unhook his tie, feeling a renewed sense of purpose. He wanted to do something for Jana, something that didn't involve a half-priced cake. Speaking of which, Chrissy pulled him aside as Jana returned to the kitchen. Jack, she hissed, pointing at the box. Who is Jimmy? Jack looked down. Through the cellophane window of the box, in bright, festive blue icing, were the words, Happy birthday, Jimmy. I don't know, Jack admitted, rubbing his neck. Some guy who didn't pick up his cake at the bakery. That's why I got it at half price. If you can't give Jana a Jimmy cake, she might notice. She's a girl, Jack. She'll definitely notice. Chrissy cried. Chrissy, it's easily fixed, Jack said with the false confidence of a man who had failed many home economics classes. I'll just scrape off the MMY so it reads happy birthday, Jay. It's informal. It's hip. It's less than $3. Chapter 3, The Proposal. The afternoon took a turn toward the surreal when a heavy, rhythmic thumping sounded at the door. It was Stanley Roper, and he looked like a man on a mission. Jack, could I see you for a minute? Stanley asked, ignoring the girls and stepping into the living room as if he owned the place, which, technically, he did. Sure, Mr. Roper, Jack said, wiping a smudge of blue icing off his thumb. Stanley looked around suspiciously, leaning in close to Jack. Do you enjoy being here, Jack? In this apartment? Yeah, it's fine, Jack replied, wondering if the rent was going up again. Good. You don't mind if I'm a little nosy, do you? I was wondering. Did you ever take out a girl before? Jack froze. He had to keep up the charade. Before what? I mean, it's not against the rules for you fellas, is it? To go out with a girl. You know, for a ball game or a burger, Jack realized Roper was trying to be tolerant in his own twisted way. Oh, well, I could do that, I guess. I'm very versatile. Terrific. Stanley beamed, slapping Jack on the shoulder. Because I wouldn't want you to do anything that would go against your religion. See, we have this niece visiting us, and Mrs. Roper won't stop nagging me about her having a